Welcome back everyone, it's match day, and the beauty of handicap golf, there's me, a one handicap golfer, against my friend Paul in the orange hat, playing off 22, so I'll be giving him a stroke every single hole in this first 6 holes and part 1. I've just won the toss coin flip, that bad boy. There you go, Paul receives a stroke per hole, and look at my new treads, new Nikes, they are filthy. Don't forget to slap a like on the video everyone, and subscribe to the channel. It is free and it really helps me out and helps me continue to make as many excellent videos as I possibly can. As I've piped one straight up the fairway and instantly putting the pressure on Paul. He has been playing extremely well of late, and with a 22 handicap I suspect he's a lot better than that, and his handicap will be plummeting come qualifying time. Although I've said that, and he's just hit a YP high skyer, and that's nearly off the planet right. Fortunately, he will find it, but not really sure what he's got to offer here. He has to go over these trees, which I find unlikely, and I would be correct in my assessment, as he's just chopped it straight into them. And how he's going to get out of this, I don't know. He probably needs a meat cleaver. That looked incredibly strange, but actually he's done an exceptional job and just come up short. Here I am then, my turn, and this is pretty much perfect. Pretty sure I'm in the fairway, but it's a little bit hard to tell. A fairly strong wind actually from left to right on this hole, but I've hit a nice one, and that's about 10 feet short, but a straight up the hill putt. Here's Paul then, 4th shot, needs an up and down realistically, and oh my god, he's nearly holed it.
Oh my god.
Well, that's a tap-in 5 net 4, so after thinking I'm probably going to walk this hole, I now have to hole this just to win the hole and 2 putt for the half. Very makeable though. Hit it on my line. Missed it though. And anger already on the first. Don't know how that's not gone in, but we'll take an easy half and move on. But I suspect things are going to get more difficult. Now we're looking back into the sun on the second, and this is just a 4-iron for position. No point getting too silly, going too far down this fairway, because there is OB left and trees right, which you don't want to go in. That's down the fairway though, and up comes the P-Mop with his tea cozy on his head. He's just hitting a long iron. I suspect this is a 5-iron. And he's tweaked it a little bit left, but there are no problems being down there. It's not far enough to go out of bounds, and probably a good angle in. So here we go then. Quite a long way back actually. The 100 marker, or the 100 yard marker rather, is in front of him, so he's probably got a good 140 yards in. Pinned just over the brow of that hill, but Paul's missed it a bit right. But again, not really in any trouble having a shot on this hole, and work to do for me, even though I'm in the middle of the fairway. That's a gap wedge, and that is straight at the flag, and looked pretty close actually, so I'll take that. Here's Paul then after a free drop off the path to the right. If he gets up and down, he's got a very good chance of winning this hole actually, but that's just going to scoot over to the right hand side, and although it's on the green, probably a difficult par putt for the young man. Still him. This for a 4 net 3, and to really put the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons. But he's hit that a little firm down the slope, missed the line a little bit, and that will not be conceded. So this then is for a gross birdie and to go 1 up in the match. And I'll be running off celebrating like Alan Shearer, or I would if I had my big boy pants on, but I've left that short. And that'll be a par, and then this is for a half now. And he's done very well, as one of the dogs is snoring in the background, apologies. So, I don't really feel like Paul's hit top gear yet, and yet he's still even, so that's worrying for me. But here we go, 3rd tee, 3 wood off the mat. Wind off the left again, and I've missed that a little bit right, but not far enough right to be in any trouble, and I'm okay with it. Paul's turn then. He has the Ping G425 driver on show here, and it is a bit of a weapon in all honesty. Although maybe not on this occasion, as that is left of target and in the tree. But it didn't stay up there, and actually got a very fortunate kick back into the fairway. But he'd have to hit a slinging hook over and round these trees, which I don't think he's quite got in the locker today. So he's just trying to lay up the green just left of that bunker on the left of screen, but he's actually gone over the 150 marker and is now in a bit of bother in the trees on the right. Which is good news for me, I'm not going to complain. And I am hitting a 9-iron from the semi-rough here. Just aiming it left of the flag, trying to draw it off the breeze. And I've done that, and we look like we're on the green just right of the flag. Somehow Paul has snagged a nice little lie in the rough. He's got a couple of trees to worry about, but he has a line to get over them, which is a bit annoying. He could have been pretty much deceased over here. And now we get to look at that mug for the first time. He's got it over the trees and onto the green, and he'll be putting 4 apart up the hill. So we're essentially lying the same. This is a long sloping putt up the hill, and as is pretty much the hallmark of this channel, I've left it a foot short, but it has been conceded, so this is a long one for the win, and realistically 2 putts will do it here. Good effort. Left it short, but a decent putt, and yet again a half, and I don't feel like Paul has played that hole particularly well, so need to answer some of these questions. I feel like I'm playing alright at level par through the first few, although saying that, I've just hit a semi-top onto the path, and I'm pretty sure that's gone in the ditch. Dreadful tee shot, which is unlike me, especially with a 3-wood, so definitely Paul's hole here if he gets one away. Has had a tendency to snap hook one into the trees, but not today, and that's a beautiful tee shot, and essentially the hole is probably over now. So I've taken a drop from whatever that is on my left hand side, and I'm hitting 3. So I essentially need to hole out from 100 yards. And I've hit this one straight at the pin, but it's gone just over the flag and about 15 feet past. So Paul came up a little bit short off his tee shot, but he's not in any bother really, just has to plonk this on the green and 2-putt and it's game over. Well, not game over, but hole over in this regard. So here we go, then he's done that, and he's just outside of me, so 2 putts here and we'll just walk off onto the 5th. And he's done a good job of that on quite a soft and snaggy green. So Paul is 1 up, and now I've got an uphill battle already. So downhill par 3 of about 170 yards from the mat. Plays about 20 yards downhill though, and that is a lovely tee shot. Not really sure we could see it because of the sun in our eyes, but that'll be somewhere down that, and pressure's already on me here. That's an 8-iron. I've spun the club, which I find slightly unusual considering I've missed it about 30 feet right, but it will be on the green and pin high. Paul's actually come up short, however a chip and a putt here will mean that I have to hole mine just to halve the hole, and that is the beauty of handicap golf. But that's not going to do it, and he's only just got it inside me, and here I am putting for a 2. And this would be to win the hole, but realistically we'd just take 2 putts, but that is god awful, and we've left it 5 feet short, and it's probably in our shadow as we look at this. Paul then, from about 40 feet up the green and up a fairly steep slope, and what a putt! So that's a 3-net 2, and suddenly, going into the last hole of part 1, I'm in disarray and I'm 2 down. So here we go then, another mat. It's been very wet. This is the UK after all. And that's a 5-iron, but that's abysmal from the young man, and suddenly an opportunity is arising for me after Paul's just topped that into the trees. This is a 3-wood, can get pretty close to the green, but wouldn't expect to quite reach. And that will just about be perfect, I would say. More than happy with those scenes, thank you very much. So here's Paul then. Not really got much option of getting to the green unless he can hit a rope hook from here, and he's a long way back. He's not quite achieved the rope hook required, but he should be just fine, a bit short right of the green. And over to Paul again. This is where he's ended up, so that means I'm even closer to the green, so this is his 3rd shot. We are essentially lying the same, but that's not his best, and suddenly the door is ajar. Here we go then. a funky angle just to watch me chip here, and realistically need to get up and down and get a shot back. But I've absolutely walloped that miles too far, just like you should do with the like button. And hope you're ready for part 2, which will be coming in a week's time, where we've got an absolute state of a match going on. There we go then. That's Paul's 4th, so he'll be putting for a net 4. So I need to 2-putt, and Paul missed to get a hole back here, but we'll see. Maybe I can hole something on this last hole. Hope you've been enjoying the vids. I've not been enjoying the putting because yet again I have spaffed it nowhere near the hole. But he has given me that, which was helpful. This just out of that gimme range though. Can he make it? No, he cannot. That's a drag. And I'll see you guys